Hi, welcome to today's session. So today's topic is all about how to become UFI Pro. See, staying ahead of rest of the developer community. So today's agenda is meant for if you're already a UFI developer and you're looking to upskill and stay relevant in SAP space, then this session is meant for you. So key takeaways, what would be of this session is see latest innovations which SAP has announced so far in the decade. So I'm going to wrap up all those things and I shall recommend good takeaways out of this session. So let's jump into our today's session. So UFI Pro, how to stay ahead. The contents of today's session would be we'll talk about SAP's vision. So what it exactly is roadmap of SAP in terms of SAP Fiori, and what are the available platforms we have to leverage, better utilize the platforms as a developer. And one of the coolest thing which has come into picture from the last 6 months is web components. So we'll deep dive into web components and how drastic impact it is going to create. Also, we're going to see and some learning tools and new tools, which all the tools which got outdated and which are the new tools which you're going to see in 2021. See, most of the session contents are not straight away relevant as on date because the innovations which were announced at least take a 6 months to 1 year period to come into your client scenarios. So when you're facing a client right now today, then these innovations are your future innovations which you are going to see. So let's talk about roadmap. First and foremost is SAP vision towards Fiori has become dramatically very strong foothold. So far we used to have a tile-based approach. Now Fiori 3.0 has been announced that you might be aware. So what exactly this Fiori 3.0 is? So for only S4 HANA product used to have Fiori apps, etc. Now all the cloud products like Ariba, SuccessFactors, Fieldglass, all are going to have Fiori Launchpad integrated. What I mean by is so far they used to have different UI technologies by which they used to build applications. Now Fiori technology, I'm not sure whether they are going to use Fiori itself, but in Fiori 3.0 you are going to have single point of access, that is Fiori Launchpad going to be the central place by which all SAP products can be accessed. So let me show you how it looks exactly. So if you see the screenshot, so this is how your Fiori 3.0 is going to look like. See, still I have got hands on S4 HANA 2020 edition, but still these innovations are not yet launched. See, Fiori 3.0 innovations are not straight away single shot innovations. They are, from 2021 onwards, you're going to see gradually these innovations coming into your SAP's version. So when I say this, previously in 2.0, it used to be just a plain tile-based applications. Now 3.0 has the Copilot. See, if you see the central icon over there, this is a Copilot, which uses machine learning capabilities to bring more insights. Like if you say a sales order number, it automatically picks up and looks in the application which contains that particular sales order. So more chart-based approach, etc. comes into picture. And the tiles and charts which you're seeing, this is not OVP page. These are called integration cards. This is a new concept which has come, and still integration cards are not yet extensively used. They are going to be the trending way by which all the Fiori 3.0 apps going to look like. So this is one interesting point in terms of Fiori 3.0. Like I said, see, there are like more roadmaps. See what all the roadmaps are there, how to check, etc. So for this thing, I'm going to show you some of the best places to check out. See, roadmaps.sap.com. This is one of the central place where you'll come to know. Suppose you're with a customer and they are looking for some particular there could be a product called CRM. Within CRM stack, if you're looking for some new innovations, then this is a place you have to check. See, anything like if you are looking for SAP Fiori, now in this case I'm going to check for SAP Fiori. So when I check for SAP Fiori, it's going to give me all the Q1 2021, what all new innovations are being available. So likewise, you can forecast. So you can check out for next 4 quarters or by future releases. So this is a place where you'll have first-hand information of latest innovations happening in Fiori space. Let's move on to the next, coolest thing. Developer platforms. What developer platforms? I think most of you are already familiar with these platforms, but still these are being underutilized. Why I say underutilized? See, OpenSAP, it is a free way to access all SAP latest innovations throughout the year. See, throughout the year, there are some live sessions. Those are mostly 4-week sessions. If you enroll at the start of the session, if you watch out for the calendar and you bookmark it and you attend the calendar at that particular time, you can earn free record of achievement certificate, which is very much worth, because it says that in if you put it out in on LinkedIn, it shows that you're staying up to date. So that is one way. So if there are like two interesting areas in OpenSAP right now. One is, there is one topic which shows you all about how Fiori 3.0 is going to look. There is one session on related to UFI. And if you're someone who is from ABAP background, so far, see, there are like cloud area is very much maturing. So CAP, cloud application programming, and RESTful application programming, RAP and CAP are, for the pro users. You already know ABAP, you already know UFI, then you are looking for more, then CAP is like building application on the cloud. So this gives you the platform by which you can build. Similarly, RAP is for ABAP developers who want to build on the cloud. So these two are newest areas. You must check it on OpenSAP. And if you're just looking to understand Fiori 3.0, then there is one more course called SAP Fiori Develop Design Overview. You can check out that session. So these are the one must and should check sessions on OpenSAP. Let's move on to the TechEd event. What is TechEd? See, 90% people might have heard about TechEd, but they are not very much, keen on understanding what exactly TechEd is. See, TechEd is SAP's annual event. Its main focus is like throughout there, what our SAP innovations are available. It showcases on a 2 or 3 day event usually, where clients as well as developer community attends that SAP event and they understand what SAP innovations are and what client problems are. So to give a simple glimpse, this year TechEd happened. I mean, 2020 happened last December, and it was a 2 day event. And this year it was completely virtual. And beauty of that event was there were 500 sessions which were free of cost. Even today, if you register to SAP TechEd, if you Google it out and you register it, you have lots of sessions. Of course, some of the sessions are not accessible right now, but there are lots of bunch of sessions. I'm going to show you which are the best ones on SAP Fiori area, which will help you out. So this is one more takeaway. So what exactly the focus point in TechEd this year? Yes, see, intelligent apps was, intelligent suite was completely, most of the topics were on intelligent apps, but it's not very much matured. What the new direction is? So far, we are building Fiori apps, which are just a transactional based apps or some few analytical scenarios. But going forward, we are going to see some smart apps. That means using machine learning. So there are like 3 tracks. I'm going to talk more about what AI services, how it has evolved. See, previously it used to be only Leonardo services that gone deprecated. Now AI has evolved into much more 3 areas. So what the advantage is, like there are like ranking algorithms. There are like some small scenarios. So using which using which day-to-day Fiori apps also they can make them smart. See, if frequently customer is particularly ordering particular category, then it will automatically suggest and rank in the top. Suppose it has to sales order has to be purchased. There are like 10 vendors. See frequently which vendor you are trying to use, it will be listed on the top. So such scenarios are they are talking as intelligent apps. So this was a focal point. There are like some good sessions. I'm going to suggest them as well. So TechEd event this year focused more on building intelligent apps. Right, we are done with the developer platforms. So what's the best and coolest part in web components? See, web components is nothing but so far we used to build and rely on only UFI controls. Now the game has been all the more changed and it has increased the game altogether. So if you are already familiar with AngularJS or React.js or Vue.js, so these are like open source ways which are trending in the open source area of JavaScript frameworks. See, like UFI framework, these all are other frameworks which are popular for web developers. So if you take into the picture, UFI community is very small when you compare it to the open source community. So to leverage the both worlds, what SAP has ventured into is called the new web components, where you can build completely your application on AngularJS if you are familiar with AngularJS framework. And if you are a React developer, you can straight away jump into SAP world now. Similarly, Vue.js, but it's not too early. But the best shot is In SAP UFI, so far we have 650 plus controls. When I say 650 plus controls, in plain HTML, see fundamental library are nothing but plain HTML and JavaScript based controls. See plain like button etc. would be 100 plus odd controls. Whereas in UFI we have a button itself, segmented button. We have a couple of other buttons etc. So we have a rich set of controls which give us building apps more easy. Now, when it comes to web components, out of 650, 80 were right now available for as UFA web components. When I say web components, these 80 controls, subset of 650, can be used inside AngularJS controls. If you're building AngularJS controls, you can use these 80 controls as well to build your apps. That means along with Angular controls, now UFA controls also can be clubbed and built. So that means it gives straight away edge on deploying your Angular application onto your Fiori Launchpad as well. See via iframe. So now we can build our application on AngularJS, React.js, Vue.js, and deploy onto your Launchpad as well. So that is the coolest thing. Why I said web components can be a game changer. See, there are lots of other comparisons, etc. I'm not sure whether this is going to continue or whether it's going to be short-lived. But this cool. This is really a cool way because not only UFA controls, now third-party controls are officially supported in the form of web components. So let me talk. See, I said like SAP AI intelligent apps were a trending part. So how it evolved? See, we know about Leonardo services. Leonardo services were a machine learning platform which SAP introduced, in the previous years. Now that is no longer existed. It's deprecated and it has evolved into SAP AI, intelligent services. So when I say intelligent services, so see AI services. So under business intelligent technologies, they classified into three areas. One is SAP AI services, AI business services, and another is SAP data intelligence and conversational AI. It was pretty much way we understood, but Copilot is nothing but conversational AI. So chatbots, etc., are separated as one track. And data analytics. So see, picking the HANA S4 HANA and HANA database and bring out analytics has been separately kept. And when it comes to AI business services, this is the area where we have a PDF document and document image reading the image automatically. Some OCR services, they're like AI services are there. And especially one area, one application, there's one application called service ticket intelligence, where if you imagine there are like lots of service tickets for a support project. There are lots of service tickets are appearing it. See, if you are as a customer point executive, if you got a question, so what's the best answer by which customer would be happy? So AI will suggest us which answer to use in this particular scenario. So there are like particular service, a bunch of services. There is a video out there. I have listed a URL below here. So if you check out, this is a TechEd session with roadmap SAP AI business. This is good to check out. You can check out more details are explained in detail in that session. But why I put this screenshot over here is now AI has been come into mainstream where it is not so far. It used to be very small space it used to occupy. Now it's going to make deeper inroads. So going next to 2 or 3 years, we are going to see all these services playing crucial role in or launchpad based apps or etc. So that is too early. So this is just a starting point. So let's see what more we are going to see as part of SAP's innovations. Right. And now I came to the learning journey part. See, this has been taken out from SAP TechEd. See, SAP TechEd, if you enroll now till March 31st, you have access to some of this content. There are like separate tracks. This track was meant for UFI Pro. Under application development integration, there is a learning journey. See, if you are a beginner, see SAP UFI demo kit and as well as web apps. This is Open SAP course. These two sessions are one meant for beginners, I can say, and Fiori 3.0 is on Open SAP, Fiori overview, design, deploy. This is about Fiori 3, and there are like bunch of playlists meant for low code development, nothing but Fiori elements based development. So those video tutorials are available here. So this gives us a list of available resources. So still, if you haven't checked this out, this is the best place to check out. This learning journey will really help us to stay ahead. See, there are like flexibility services. These are nothing but you know adaptation. See, if you are familiar with adapt UI, so in S4 HANA we have this adapt UI option where extensibility etc is as made as user friendly, so you can very easily you can play around with this. See, there are lots of things, but I'm not going to in deep detail. You just have to log on to SAP TechEd and under application development track, please visit and check out all these sessions out there. So these are very much useful. Let's quickly talk about what's new. See, I think we all know so far Fiori apps were designed and developed using Eclipse. Eclipse is completely, deprecated. Deprecated in the sense SAP is no longer officially supporting it. If you still want to use it, you can still use it, but SAP is not going to release any new UEFI libraries as directly installable. And similarly, SAP Web ID is also stopped in the sense you can still use it, but SAP ID's new version has been announced and it is being used from last November 2020. It is became mainstream. So SAP Business Application Studio is nothing but Visual Studio Code based. So far Eclipse based ID it used to be there. Now it has become Microsoft Visual Studio Code based ID. So if you for local development like Eclipse, if you want to use, you have to use Visual Studio Code. Likewise, if you are in a client, then instead of SAP Web ID, SAP Business Application Studio is the go-to IDE from 2021, mid of 2021. So it's too early, but going forward, that is the only tool we are going to see. Right. So we understood about this. So there is one more thing. See, so far, if you are deploying and configuring apps, you are using Fiori Launchpad Designer, and even that is also going to be deprecated soon. It is not yet deprecated; it will be deprecated soon. So how do we do it? So there is something called MMT. So there is a T code already available. Now that is going to be converted as an app. So on the Fiori Launchpad, you will see MMT app, using which app manager you have to do all the tasks. Right. So what else got deprecated? Even groups in the Launchpad. So far we used to have catalog and group set. Groups has been completely revamped. When I say revamped, groups is now replaced with spaces and pages. On the Launchpad we'll see each page. So each page what all tiles we have to configure. Using MMT app we can configure those apps. So there's a detailed guide out there. How the link below will take you to the detailed guide on how to do these things. Still don't worry, these things are not yet in even S4 HANA 2020 edition, these are still not yet released. So they'll come very soon in 2021. Coming quarter 1 or 2 or 3 releases, you will be seeing these all features being rolled out. So so 3 things here to understand. So you no longer rely on Launchpad Designer alone. You no longer rely on Eclipse. So you have to time to move on to Visual Studio Code and SAP Business Application Studio. So as a developer, these are the 2 things which are must and should you have to learn. Right. So like there are like lots of tutorials out there. So which are the best ones? I have picked up the best ones which are useful and to stay relevant. Say if you are someone beginner, then Evolved Web Apps is still an old course but still relevant course. See, it shows there are some of the ways how to use Node.js environment to build your apps as well. So some cool tutorials are there. You can have to check Evolved Web Apps. Fiori 3.0 session, there is one on Fiori 3.0. So you can check that session as well. And if you're low code, like if you're from ABAP background and you are looking at Fiori elements based development, there are a good bunch of playlists. It's really useful. And Fiori Elements YouTube, this YouTube playlist is really good. It talks about all the elements based development aspects. It's not very detailed, but it gives the crux of what exactly element based development is, how annotation based development really without coding how exactly we do. So those aspects are really very well covered. And yes, like I said, MMT tools, if you want to understand MMT tool etc, then there is a rapid activation of SAP Fiori. See, so far if you have a customer client who is on ECC and who is looking forward to move to S4 HANA, or he wants to try SAP Fiori apps, then now the process has been completely simplified using rapid activation. So this help guide is in detail, it has explained. So quickly how to migrate to S4 HANA based Fiori apps. So that guide is really useful. So even if you're from administration activities etc, you're planning to look into area, then rapid activation must check out one for you. Right. See, there are like lots of session I said. See, TechEd itself, finding out the relevant session is really a tough job. So I have already filtered out some of the best ones, so which are accessible. Out of all, if you wanted to understand the web components part beyond SAP and UFA and Fiori elements, this session is the one you have to check out. This is really a nice session because it gives you the more deeper understanding of web components. And if you wanted to understand about the groups and spaces, how that Fiori Launchpad what has evolved, then Fiori Launchpad what's hot and what's new. This gives you the snapshot. And like I said, MMT tool and Fiori Launchpad, business application, 2ds tools, Eclipse, etc. So those things modernize SAP Fiori development. So these are the areas where it gives you snapshot. So these all sessions are still available. You can log in and you can check out. Each of them are 30 minutes to 40 minutes. So it will take you hardly a day to check out all the wrap up of TechEd. Right. So this is all about UFA Pro being a pro. So I'll give you short snapshot. So roadmap, it clearly says as Fiori 3.0 is here to stay. So Fiori technology is going to stay for longer period. And coming to development platforms, OpenSAP and TechEd, all the sessions are accessible till March 31st. So make best use of it. It's after March 31st, 2021. All the TechEd sessions are no longer will be accessible. So before the timeouts, just log into TechEd 2020 edition, register for it, and check out all the sessions which are listed. Like I said, web components. It's there's a website as well, and there are learning journeys. And like I said, Visual Studio Code is a new development area. And the pro tip. So when I talk about the pro tip, see, one of the best ways to master is there are like 30-day challenge, 30 days of code. See, if you log on to HackerRank and JavaScript track, if you find out, so there is a 30 days challenge. So you can start with 30 days challenge if you are a beginner, or if you are already an expert also. Still, I recommend to go to HackerRank and try out the 30 days of code challenge. And if you are already 30 days of code challenge is where you're already familiar with it, then 100 days of code challenge is part of Twitter. On the Twitter, if you log on, you can check out the hashtag 100 days of code. There are lots of people every day one, see, they put day one what I have done, say day two what I have done, they'll hashtag with 100 days of code. You'll find lots of people learning on the Twitter platform. See, check out our Twitter handle for 100 days of code challenge, and you can also start your own 100 days of code challenge. Every day, what are your innovations which you, or what are new learnings you have done? You can probably host it on GitHub, and you can put a snapshot on Twitter handle. So by this way, the best part out of come is every day we continue learning something new, and we'll be, when we see others, we get motivated. So that's the best way. I suggest that is a pro tip. So start some challenge. Let showcase your what are learnings you are doing it on a daily basis. So you'll have better grip on it. So thanks for joining the session. So do check out fearux.blogspot.com. Very soon the English version of all the videos I'm going to roll out soon, and there I'm going to cover much more topics in detail. And before going across, I just wanted to show again. So there is a place called OpenSAP where SAP Fiori Overview Design. This is one course where it will give you Fiori 3.0. And there is a website called SAP GitHub where to learn about UFA web components. This is a place we can check out. And if you want to know more about what I do and what exactly I'm doing it, you can check out on fioriux.blogspot.com, where you can stay tuned to it. So I'm going to conduct many more sessions like this. And if you're really interested in these sessions, you can always stay in touch with me on my LinkedIn. So this is my LinkedIn. You can access from here, and you can send a request to me so that we can stay in touch. And wish you a good learning in SAP UI5 Flight. Thank you.